Have you ever wondered why we're always racing against time? Why every moment feels like a countdown to the next goal? We chase success, chase peace, chase happiness, yet somehow we're still running. We live in a world that worships speed, but forgets stillness. We dream of reaching the top, yet lose ourselves on the climb. Somewhere along the way, we stopped living in the moment and started surviving for the next one. But what if the real secret to success isn't running faster, but slowing down? What if mastery, peace, and fulfillment aren't found at the destination, but in the rhythm of the journey itself? Friends, today I bring you a book that will completely transform the way you think, live, and work. A book that teaches you how to find focus in chaos and progress through patience. It's called Master the Practicing Mind. And once you understand its message, you'll never see life the same way again. So if you're ready to rediscover your calm, sharpen your focus, and master your mind, hit subscribe and join us here at Audio Nook, where every story helps you grow a little closer to the best version of yourself. An audiobook that teaches us that true success lies not just in reaching the destination, but in the journey we repeat over and over again, which we call practice. This isn't just a book, it's a mindset. And today we'll deeply understand, experience, and implement this mindset in our lives. So, if you too frequently get distracted, lose sight of your goals, and desire a focus that will transform not only your performance but also your life from within, then this video is for you. Stay with me until the end, because next we're going to talk about the thought, the system, and the practice that will transform you into a new person. So let's begin. A journey that will revive your inner voice. The journey of mastering the practicing mind. Have you ever felt like you want to finish everything quickly? As if you just want to finish one task quickly so you can start the next? But still, a strange emptiness lingers within you. It feels like you've done so much, but nothing has been accomplished. Life seems like a never-ending race, with no pause or sense of peace. We're all constantly thinking about achieving something big, a bigger job, a bigger house, more money. But in this rush, our minds never find peace. We're working, but our attention wanders elsewhere, either to worries about the past or the complexities of the future. In such situations, a sense of restlessness creeps in, a fatigue that won't go away. But friends, in this complex life, this book, Master the Practicing Mind, comes as a ray of hope. It tells us that true happiness and success lie not in reaching a destination, but in living the journey we call practice. That means moving forward a little bit every day, without haste, without exhausting ourselves. The author of this book is Thomas Amsterner, himself a professional musician. He witnessed firsthand how discipline, patience, and practice with a calm mind not only improve our work, but can transform our entire lives. He has presented what he learned in this book in simple and truthful terms, so that we too can return to the peaceful life we've lost somewhere in this fast-paced world. Whenever we hear the word practice, one thing comes to mind: doing something repeatedly so that we become perfect at it. Like playing the piano over and over, practicing cricket nets over and over, or reading the same chapter over and over again. We think that the more we do it, the better we'll become. But this book changed my thinking. It explains that practice isn't just repetition. True practice is a thought, a mindset. When you do something not just because you have to do it or finish it, but because you enjoy the process, you truly begin to live the practicing mind. That means your focus is no longer just on the result, but on the journey that leads you to that result. This is where change begins, whether you're a student, an athlete, an artist, or just an ordinary person. When you start doing every task with a sense of the here and now, it doesn't seem difficult. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't become a burden, but a kind of meditation. Thomas Turner says that when we focus our full attention on the moment while working, the work becomes a meditation. This is true meditation, where you live in the present, free from worries about the future or regrets about the past. This is the deepest lesson of this book. Practice isn't a burden. It's an opportunity to connect with yourself. Every time we repeat, we gain a chance to meet inner peace, meditation, and truth. Have you ever noticed that our mind is rarely in the present? Most of the time, we're either dwelling on past mistakes, wishing I hadn't done this, wished I hadn't said that, or worrying about the future. What will happen next? Will I be successful or not? Our mind is constantly racing, sometimes backward, sometimes forward, but rarely rests in the present. And that's why we become exhausted and stressed. In this book, Thomas Turner explains why our mind does this, because that's its nature. The mind is like a jungle. If you don't give it direction, it will wander off on its own. But the good news is that we can train our minds. We can teach them how to live in the present. The author says that the mind is like a muscle. If you practice controlling it a little bit every day, it becomes stronger day by day, just like you go to the gym and gradually strengthen your body. But for this, patience and consistent practice are essential. Often we wish our mind would calm down in a single day. Everything would be under control as soon as we meditate. But that's not possible. We have to work with our mind slowly, day after day, with love. This is what the author calls continuous gentle effort, a calm, gentle yet consistent effort. This is the essence of this book, not to kill the mind, not to fight it, but to gradually explain, teach, and bring it back to the present. And when you learn to do this, your life reaches a different level. There's no worry, no fatigue. There's only peace, tranquility, and clear thinking. These days, we're all chasing the same thing. I want to get rich quickly. I want to top the list. I want to earn a name. I want to be successful quickly. Everyone has become so obsessed with their goals that life has become a race. Everyone is running, but no one knows the true path or whether it will bring us happiness. We work hard day and night, but we forget to live the journey that leads us to our destination. The book, Master the Practicing Mind, makes a profound and true statement. If we learn to love each small step, and if we embrace not just the destination but the path itself with equal respect and joy, then the destination is automatically reached. But today we are doing the opposite. We focus only on the result, considering the process a burden, and this is where we make the biggest mistake. The author explains that when we become fixated solely on the goal, every day feels incomplete. It feels as if we are nothing until that goal is achieved. But when we connect with the process, that daily hard work, that practice, that struggle, our mind becomes calm. We begin to enjoy our work, and a connection with life begins to develop. Imagine if you worked every day with the sole intention of giving your best in this moment. Would the work feel like a burden? No, you'd be proud of yourself every day. And true success comes only when you have peace of mind. Because then, you don't just reach your destination, you also live the journey. Therefore, the lesson in this book is crucial. Goals are important, but even more important is following the path, experiencing the journey that leads you there. Because when you learn to love the process, every day, every moment becomes a victory in itself. When we practice anything, whether it's studying, a skill, or even a small habit, our attention quickly wanders. We start thinking, when will this end? I'm trying so hard, yet why am I not getting results? Maybe I'm not good at it. And then, gradually, the work begins to tire us out and bore us. But this book shows that true focus isn't just about the thing we're doing. Rather, it happens in the moment we are in. Thomas M. Sterner says that mindfulness means living every moment with complete awareness. It's not a complicated meditation practice, nor a special meditation technique. Rather, it's a way of life, a new perspective on thinking. Mindfulness means doing whatever you do with your whole heart. Imagine washing dishes. It's not just washing dishes. Feeling the coolness of the water, watching the movement of your hands, sensing every movement. That's mindfulness. When you're eating, it's not just about satisfying your hunger, but about experiencing each bite, its smell, its taste, its warmth. That's mindfulness. The book tries to convince us that mindfulness isn't a big deal. It's hidden in every moment, something we often overlook. When you're talking to someone, don't listen just to respond. Really listen. Look into their eyes. Understand their expressions. This is what it means to live the moment fully. And when we learn to do this, we begin to bring our mind back to the present every time. Then neither the mistakes of the past nor the worries of the future bother us. We are in that moment where we truly feel alive. This is one of the most valuable lessons of this book. When you learn to live in the now, your life begins to change. You begin to find joy in even the smallest things, and every moment feels like a gift. This is mindfulness, and this is the true art of life. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why am I so far behind? How did those people get ahead of me? Why does this happen to me? Most of us compare ourselves to others every day. As soon as we open social media, we see someone's car, someone's success, someone's lifestyle, and we feel that we fall short in some way. We start measuring ourselves against others' standards, and then we grow distant from ourselves. But this book, Master the Practicing Mind, makes a beautiful and true point. The real competition should be with yourself. Your true competition is the person you were yesterday. If you strive to become even 1% better every day, you can become 365% better in a year. Imagine how much change can begin with just one small step. Thomas M. Sterner says that big change never happens overnight. It's not like a TV show that transforms life overnight. Real change is achieved with patience. It comes gradually, with small efforts every day, small exercises, and patience with yourself. If you show a little meditation, a little discipline, and a little patience every day, you can transform yourself into the person you envision. The biggest lesson in this book is to slow down, but never stop. You don't need to outrun the world. You just need to keep moving forward at your own pace every day, no matter how fast others are running. The real question is, are you a little better than yourself today? Have you kept a promise to yourself today? If so, you're on the right path. When you start living from this perspective, a deep peace begins to enter your life. You no longer feel jealous or inferior. You start loving yourself, and this is the true root of self-confidence. Many of us strive to be perfect in everything we do. We feel that if we make a mistake, something remains incomplete, or a result doesn't turn out as we expected, then everything is in vain. We consider perfection a destination we must reach, or will fail. And this mindset can lead us to put so much pressure on ourselves that even doing something feels like a burden. But in this book, Thomas Amsterner teaches us a beautiful and true lesson. Perfection is an illusion. Perfection isn't a fixed result. There's no rule that says everything must be perfect. True perfection is when you do whatever you're doing with all your heart, with complete attention, without fear or haste. Even if it's a small task like cleaning a room, humming a song, or simply thanking someone from the bottom of your heart. If you're fully present in the task, that's perfection. Thomas says that when you approach something with the thought, I'm trying my best in this moment, you're already successful. You don't need to meet others' standards to be perfect. You just need to be true to yourself. And when you work with this mindset, every task acquires a beauty, a peace, a depth that comes from within, not from without. Life isn't about everything being flawless, but about being fully present, fully energized, and fully involved in every task. And when we do this, not only does the work turn out well, but we also feel better about ourselves. So, from now on, when you do anything, don't think about whether it's perfect. Instead, think about whether you've put your heart into it. Because when work done from the heart shines, it shines far beyond technical perfection. And that's the true beauty that makes life magical. This book has another profound and important message. Simply setting lofty goals isn't enough. The real magic lies in creating a strong and simple system. We often think that if we set a lofty goal, like losing 10 kilograms in 6 months, earning lakhs in a year, or finishing a book in a month, we'll be successful. But simply setting a goal won't get us there. Unless we have a daily system and a proper method, that goal will remain just a dream. In this book, Thomas Masterson explains that if we start paying attention to small everyday tasks, waking up at a certain time, meditating for a while, practicing, and reviewing ourselves, these small steps together pave the way to greater success. And the most important thing is that when you focus on a system, you progress a little bit each day, and that small step can one day become so big that you'll be amazed. Imagine if a child plays the piano for just 15 minutes every day. They'll have practiced for over 90 hours in a year, and these 90 hours take them to a level they probably never imagined. This is the power of a system. It gradually elevates you without any noise or pressure. That's why the author says, simply saying, I want to become this, won't do anything. You have to ask yourself, what am I doing every day to achieve this? If you focus on the system, that is, on those small daily practices, the goal will automatically follow you. That destination will then become not just a point, but a part of the journey. Master the Practicing Mind teaches us this way of thinking. More important than setting goals is developing habits that improve you a little more every day. Because once you master the system, no goal is far away. It's just a stop along the way. Thomas M. Sterner makes a very sweet and life-changing point in this book. Practice isn't just for a specific skill, like playing the piano or cricket. In fact, all of life is a practice. Yes, you heard that right. Every day, every turn, every situation, everything is a practice. When you're talking to someone close, when you're trying to understand and maintain relationships, that too is a practice. When you're angry and then try to calm yourself down, that's practice. When you're stuck in traffic but still maintain composure, you're not just driving. You're practicing patience. Even when you make a mistake and then admit it, learn from it and improve yourself, that's practice. Trying to improve is also practice. We think that practice means doing a particular task over and over again. But from the perspective of this book, every experience, every emotion, every reaction, everything is part of a practice. When you start living with this mindset, your whole life begins to change. Then you don't get angry at yourself for not doing it right. Instead, you think, I'm learning, I'm practicing. Then you compare yourself less with others and start seeing yourself as a student, learning every day, seeing every mistake as an opportunity to improve. Living with this mindset brings a deep balance within you. You stop fighting life and start embracing it. You learn something new in every situation, and this makes you a calmer, wiser, and more connected person. Master the Practicing Mind teaches us that life isn't a final test. It's a continuous practice. And when you adopt this practice, life doesn't just get easier. It becomes profound, beautiful, and comforting. Friends, listening to or reading Master the Practicing Mind isn't like finishing a book. It's like a spiritual practice. It's like a spiritual experience. This book doesn't offer you any magical methods or make grand promises. It teaches you something very simple yet profound. True success isn't a destination, but rather the way you live each day. When you learn to live each moment with complete awareness, when you bring presence to every endeavor, whether it's a small thing or a big decision, you don't just become successful externally. You begin to feel peaceful, happy, and fulfilled within. And this is what every human being desires. Not just money or fame, but peace from within. In this fast-paced, noisy life, we all seek a deep peace. We all want someone to stop us, hold us, and tell us everything is okay. Just live this moment, and this book becomes that voice in our lives. If you too want to find that stillness where your thoughts are clear, your heart is light, and every moment of your life holds meaning, then this book is for you. Mastering Practicing Mind isn't just a book. It's a way of life, a way of thinking and living that can transform you from within. This book teaches you that the magic of change lies not in any external thing, but in the small, everyday efforts you make. So if you want to embark on this journey, rediscover your inner peace, live each day to the fullest, then definitely listen to this book and embrace it. Not just understand it, but embrace it. Because when you start living Practicing Mind, you'll discover that there's something more beautiful in life than success.